Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tech Tuesday. We are here with Lydia, and she's our SEO, in-house SEO expert and Google Business Profile expert as well. And today she's going to be sharing with us the 3 most important things that you need to get right with your Google Business Profile. Now, if you don't have a Google Business Profile, you can, go and get it. Actually, that might be another Tech Tuesday, how to actually get that set up. But today we're going to talk specifically about the 3 most important things to get right. And this is in particular for local business owners. So if you have a local business, pay attention and do all the things that Lydia says to do. Or if you are building a website or working with a client who has a local business and you want to offer this as a service, then pay close attention because this is absolutely something that you can do for them. So, Lydia, could you please take it away?
Sure. I'm going to talk about getting your category right, your primary category, getting your name, address, and phone number right, and choosing whether you have a pinpoint on the map or whether you have a service area. So in my opinion, those are 3 big ones to really get right. And I just think of it as like, in the old days when we had the yellow pages and the white pages phone books, that's kind of what this is, but way enhanced with the abilities of the internet. So I think of it as just a very professional business listing. Don't get fancy, just be who you are. And so the first thing is your categories. And so what I do when I'm searching for the primary, so when you're creating your Google Business Profile, it's going to ask you, what is your primary category for your business? So what I do is I simply Google for articles. I just Google 2023 Google Business Profile categories so that I get an updated list. And then there's a bunch of articles here where they have a list of categories. So I'll just pick the first one. And I might even do, if you know how to search and find things, hit Control F on my Windows. Let's say I'm building a website for a law firm and I'm also building their Google business profile. So I might just type in law and it's okay. Divorce lawyer is one of my category choices. Elder law attorney, faculty of law, family law attorney. So you get the idea. There's 4,000 almost to choose from, but you want to, in your industry, in your niche, you want to pick the category that fits you the best. So for an example, I just brought up these business profiles for some lawyers in Tucson, Arizona. And noticing their categories here, the first guy chose law firm, the next one, personal injury attorney, criminal justice attorney, family law attorney. Now, for the first one who chose law firm, if this law office truly offers all kinds of law services, then that's the correct category for them. But let's say maybe they only do criminal defense, then they should probably change their primary category to criminal justice attorney, criminal defense, some category like that. You want it to describe the main activity of your business. And then they do give you an opportunity to choose some secondary categories. So that's nice. If there's other things you do, you'll be able to list those as well. But you really want to get the primary category to really represent your business accurately. And another tip, you could also look up your competition, whoever you want to maybe beat them in the search engine results. And you could see which category they are using and consider if maybe you want to use the same one so that you're showing up in kind of the same searches as them. So that's another tip. So there's a lot more you could say about categories, but what are your thoughts, Julia, just choosing a primary category?
I had no idea there were so many. And I think if I were just going in and creating a Google Business Profile, I would just kind of put in what I thought was broad. And so I didn't realize the importance of kind of niching down and being quite specific, that it's the primary thing that you do. And I like how you said, the first one is just law firm, but the other, because if I am looking for an attorney and I need personal injury, I would go for the one that says personal injury attorney over
Right.
the one that just says law firm. So, I didn't realize that connection, my normal activity online, is directly related to what you're suggesting here. So that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and so then the next thing I want to say, besides getting your category right, is your name, address, and phone number. It's really important to have an accurate name. Some people try to get all creative on their business name and try to stuff keywords in there. So someone might write their business name is like hair salon, the best hair coloring system, and they'll put like a little tagline. You shouldn't do that. You do not want to make Google mad at you. They do close people's profiles down for things like that, or put you on a temporary suspension. It's just not worth it. You want your name to just be an accurate reflection of your true business name. It should really be the same name you registered with your state or country. If you registered your business, should be just an accurate name. And here, like some of these law firms, I noticed they put PLLC at the end. That's not really necessary, but just the name of your law firm or the name of your business. It should just be accurate. Your address and your phone number, make sure they're always accurate and updated. And then make sure if you have a website, social media, if you have other places where you put your name, address, and phone number, that you copy and paste it so that it matches exactly from one place to another on the internet. And that just helps customers and helps search engines know that you match exactly. So, yeah.
Awesome. I love that. Matching exactly is that's it's so easy to do accidentally and get wrong. But I imagine that the Google bots that are out there searching around, that if they see ST and then they see STREET and then they see ST period, that it might confuse them and could have negative ramifications. So I like what you said about just copy and paste.
Right. And then the last thing I want to say is your Google business profile is all about the map. It's directly integrated with Google Maps. Some people even call this not your Google business profile, but your Google Maps listing. Everything about it goes with a map. And that's the way it's kind of different than a website or a social media profile. Everything about it is connected to the map. It's to help people find you, to help people get to you. So when you put your address in there, you're going to get one of these little red dots on the map. And let's see, if I even click on it, it can take me like right to your listing if I click on those red dots, right? So that's another reason to get your address so perfectly accurate. But the other thing you want to consider is it gives you an option when you're setting it up to have your address show to others or to create a service area. Like, let's say you don't have an office, maybe you're a plumber and you don't have a physical building, but you just drive to people's houses. So, like, should a plumber list their home address or should they list a service area? And this is a big topic of discussion. Let's see, I had a service area one, but I'm not sure it loaded. No, that did not load. Oh, here, you can kind of see it here in this article. So a service area, instead of giving you a red dot, it's going to give you like a red area that shows where you help people. And sometimes when you look at the Google Maps, you can see, I couldn't find a good example of both in the same place, but sometimes you can see the red dots and then another business with a red area. Now, so this is a big area of discussion where a lot of people don't want to put their home address and they like the idea of the service area. But then people have noticed the ones with the dots, the red dot, do tend to show up higher in searches for a lot of industries because Google really likes you to show people where to find you. So this one, I want you guys to get it right, but it's hard for me to even say what is right for you. There's some pros and cons to weigh there. If you don't want anyone to ever show up at your address, you should probably choose service area. But there's a ton of benefit to having a physical location and having that red dot there. So that's about all I had to say about that. What do you think, Julia?
Yeah, I always wondered if there was a, what's the best advice for service area or actual address, and I think you hit the nail on the head, because if you are a plumber and you are, you work from home, but you're going out and servicing people's homes, you probably don't want to put your home address because you don't want people to just randomly turn up at your house. But I imagine if you do have a physical address of where you do business and people can come to your business, then having that address would be really helpful. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so
You
categories,
could,
choose
I was
exactly
gonna,
what.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you could also like just study your competition to make that decision too. That's when you're setting it up, it's a really good idea to try to kind of match what your competition is doing, because then you're going to show up in the searches together.
I like that. Okay, so it's kind of a bonus tip there. Okay, so we got categories and choose what is most specific. Name of business, address, phone number, get that
Yep.
exactly right across all the platforms, and then your actual address versus the service area, and then the bonus tip there about looking at your competition. I think that's genius. So yeah, really it's kind of 4 tips to make the most out of your Google Business Profile. So thank you very much, Lydia, for joining us here on Tech Tuesday and talking about Google Business Profile. Before we finish, you are in GeekPack in the community and in our learning environment, facilitating search engine optimization, helping people set up their Google Business Profiles. So if anyone is interested in joining GeekPack, we do have a 14-day free trial. That's geekpack.com/trial. We would love to have you come in, check it out, get your Google Business Profile set up, learn some awesome SEO tips, and you can easily do all that in the 14-day free trial. So yeah, come on in, join us, and we'd love to see you there. But thanks again, Lydia, very much. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.